If you want to, you've got your ball and your band, so you feel free to use those. They are optional, so I'll show you the exercises without, and then if you do want to add them in to make it more challenging, I will also show you that. So have those nearby. You don't need them to begin with, but have them nearby if you have them. So let's come down to start lying on your back, feet hip width apart, knees up towards the ceiling. Relaxing down, pull the belly button in, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, create that strong foundation. So we're scooping, lifting everything in and up and drawing the belly button towards the spine. Arms a little bit wider. We're going to start nice and easy with those hip rolls. So just allow the knees to fall apart like dominoes, roll over the feet, lift the hip, lift the waist, shoulder blade stays relaxed down. Scoop the tummy muscles, coming back through center and switching sides. So really nice one to warm up. Usually either do this one or our pelvic tilts to start because they're just really nice ones to mobilize through the spine, get the body moving in a nice, gentle, easy way. And they're also really good to start to really focus on the activation of the core as you're moving. So before you bring your legs back into the center, think about pulling the belly button in, scooping the tummy muscles. You can almost feel that movement initiate from the core. And again, before you take the knees over, scoop the tummy muscles. Just literally keep those tummy muscles engaged. Pulling in and up, core activated. Relax the upper body. And again, we're just rolling over the feet. You might feel a stretch into the lower back, the outer thigh. You might just feel the rotation of the waist and the spine. You might feel the core activation. You might even feel the front of the shoulders stretching if you're tight in those areas. So just again, paying attention to everywhere where you're feeling it, and then really focus on the activation and the control of the movement. If we were doing this in yoga, it might be a little bit more kind of flowing. We wouldn't maybe go too much into the core. Would be kind of massaging the lower back side to side. With Pilates, I really want you to activate through the core. So literally initiating that movement from the core to move the legs, and you'll start to feel that core activate. So you can literally stay here if this is what you need today, really keeping your mind present on the movement and the activation. If you want to, I want you to bring that top leg around. So you're taking your knees over to the side, and you're just literally going to extend the top leg, move it as far as you can over to the side. Doesn't have to be that far, but you can go where you can. Place the foot back down, so you're coming back through center, initiating from the core, taking those legs over. Even if you're only extending it here, you might have a little bit more hamstring flexibility, lower back flexibility, activation through the core to bring that leg around. It's not essential. Bring the leg back, place the foot down, come through center, and keep going. So coming back into the center, finishing off those last few repetitions, make sure you're even to both sides, and then find your way back to neutral, feet hip width apart, knees up towards the ceiling, again pulling everything in and up through the core. I'm going to start with the upper body to begin with. So again, we're bringing those arms up, reaching through the fingertips, all the way up and over. Now as you bring the arms up, shoulder blade drops down the back, so we're not bringing the shoulders up towards the ears. They drop down the back, and imagine somebody's lightly pulling on your fingertips. So every part of that movement, the muscles are activating, controlled. As you bring the hands down, make sure you're not popping the ribs up and arching the back. So if you can't make a full range of movement without lifting through the torso, through the back, then I want you to just pause just to where you can. Still keep everything activated through the core and the back, grounded and in neutral. So really simple exercise, but again, if you're listening to the body and using the range of movement while keeping the activation and the technique and the alignment, then this is going to feel like a mindful exercise as well as a body connection exercise, getting to know where things are coming out of alignment, where you're not controlling, where you're speeding up and using momentum. So take a few moments just to breathe into that movement, activate through the core. So we're going to add on a single leg slide to that. So as the arms come up and over, we're going to slide one leg out and away along the floor. Again, make sure the back doesn't arch, make sure the core is engaged. So you create a smaller range of movement, maybe not extending so far. If you feel like the back is popping up off the floor, or again, you're struggling to keep the core activated as you're extending, just keeping mindful that you are activating, engaging, lengthening, and then gradually coming back into the center. Keep alternating each side, finding the length, and try and synchronize the movement. So as soon as that leg is straight is when those arms go to that full range of movement. One more variation if you want to. You're going to extend the arms and the leg. Now, as you bring the arms back over, reach that leg out so much, scoop the tummy muscles that you can lift the leg all the way up. This might feel really strong, so if it's too much, you don't have to add it in. Then bend the knee and place that foot down. So you're lengthening, reaching, extending, reaching the arms, reaching the leg. Use the lower abdominals to really pull in through the core. Lift the leg as those arms come up and over, and then as the arms come down, you place the foot down to switch sides.